Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce CMAtics video session 191. So basically in today's video, we will actually understand about what we left previously. So of course, previously we were actually understanding how this particular security predicate which we applied is getting applicant, like is there applied or not. We are going to check that part. So basically on the user, if you see, this was the user role ID, and that is what I've given. So the user role dot roles, which contains all the list of IDs, it is being mapped. Now I have only checked for myself, and with myself I can see that I'm able to see my records as well as all the people in there. But I am the CEO, okay, so that's why it's easier for me. But let's say log in with some other user, let's say Laura Garza, and we will check whether she is able to see it or not. Okay, so what I will do is uh, here I will search with Laura Garza. Okay, I will log in. Once I log in, I will go to my Attic Studio. Okay, again I will just click on this user and their role on the lens. Okay, directly I will come to the lens side. Okay, now as you can see here, basically what Laura Garza is able to see, Laura Garza is able to see all the people who are under sales AMR and sales EMEA, right? All the users. So as we were studying on this part, so I think I lost that part. Okay, never mind. I lost that part because I logged in with Laura Garza. But maybe I can just by logging into Laura Garza, I can check it very quickly. So here we have something called as the roles, right? Which we were checking. Okay. Now, if you see here, basically, like this is the complete role, right? Now, she is belonging to sales WW and she is able to see all the records under sales email, like all the users who are under sales email and sales mode. She is able to see that, as you can see. Okay. That is the thing about this one, where Laura Garza is able to see those records. Okay. So whoever are under her, she is able to see that. Now, let's say she wants to see her counterpart. So basically, the people who are there because she is belonging to this role, sales WW, right? So let's say she wants to see those people who are belonging to sales WW because there are many other users as well, right? Under sales WW, like if you come to this export part, okay, so you can see under sales WW we have this person Laura Garza, as well under sales WW you have this person called Jessica Nichols, right? Jessica Nichols is also there. So we will try like how that is possible. Okay, so we will try to do. What I will do is I will log out as Laura Garza. Okay, and wherever I see the login, maybe I can just log out from there. That is fine. Okay, let me just close this and let me just refresh this one because I am already logged in and I logged out of Laura Garza. So hopefully it shouldn't tell me to log in as well. And we already disabled that button of force login if you remember, which I explained you. Okay. Now, the thing is that let's say I want her to see all that particular roles which are belonging to her own role. That is, the CIO. She belongs to CIO, right? So whoever are there in CIO, she should see that part as well. So again, let's say I come over here. I go for roles, okay? Set up roles, and this is the complete role, right? Now, for sales WW, if there are certain people, if you want to see the user, in that case, what we can do is, in that case, you can just simply for this data flow, which we already built up, okay, what you can do is you can include this self ID. So basically what happens, that particular role of a particular user who's belonging to a particular role, like CIO, that will also be included in that role. So now if I click on save, update, and if I run the data flow, okay, okay, we will quickly monitor this one. Okay, so this ran successfully. Now what I will do is again, once again, I will search with, let me just duplicate this because I don't want to lose this out. Okay. And here, let me search with Laura Garza once again. I will go to this login button. I will go to my analytics studio. And again, I will click on this particular lens which I have already built up. And if you see over here, basically, she is able to see Jessica Nichols as well, which she was not able to see earlier, right? So basically, when I include that self ID, she is also able to see whoever are her under, like whoever is her counterpart, all those users also, she is able to see that part, right? So that is the thing about this one. So she is able to see her own records also, which you can see, as well as all those people who are belonging to her particular role, which is sales WW. For example, this Catherine Brown, 1 minute. Yeah, Catherine Brown, as well as there was another person. 1 minute. Yeah, Jessica Nichols. Okay, who is also having this sales WW. So that means if you see over here, as we can see once again, so this is the sales WW. Now, once that is set up, people who are belonging to her own role, those things also can be checked by that particular user. Okay, so I think this is something we already did a query over here. Okay, so like a lot of people are there under sales WW, like you have Catherine Brown, all these persons are now showing up because earlier only those users were showing up who were belonging to sales OMA as well as sales EMEA, right? But currently, if you see, when I logged in, she is able to see all those people who are not only belonging to sales summary and sales email, which was already there, but when I checked in that checkbox, that sales WW, all those people who are there under sales WW, those people are also she is able to see, like her counterparts basically. Okay, so that is the thing. This is more about seeing the subordinates as well as the counterparts of that particular role which that person is belongs to. In that case, you have to include that particular checkbox. Okay, now, this is all about this one. Okay, I hope you understood this part, nothing much more. But one thing is now in real time application, you want to see records, right? So in that case, you have to ensure that you bring in that particular object for which records you want to see, and then you can develop that as well. Okay, so what I mean by that is maybe I will very quickly, okay, I will refresh this part and I already have this, which is fine. So that same data flow which I was building, now let's say there are records. Okay, these are users which you have seen. Now let's say you want to see the opportunity records or account records. In that case, what you have to do, you just have to bring the opportunity. For example, I want to see the opportunity, and very quickly, what I will do is I will just give a query on opportunity as well to check that out. So let's say write select ID, comma name, comma stage name from opportunity. This is fine. And after the stage name, let's say I write owner dot, there's something called as owner ID, which is fine. And then you also have something called as owner dot name. Okay, owner dot name. So these are all the owners dot name, right? Which we have. Now, basically, all the opportunity records Laura Garza should see for herself, or let's say the subordinates, whatever subordinates opportunity records, Laura Garza should see that. In that case, what I have to do is basically I can just write something additional over here. So I will bring in this opportunity object. Okay, the source will be opportunity, and let's say I go for, let's say ID. Let's say I go for owner ID. Let's say I go for name, and let's say I go for stage name. Okay, these are all enough for me. I will click on create, and what I will do is I will again go for this augment role where I will write augment opportunity and user. Okay, so once this is done, left, so let me take opportunity, left key will be owner ID and the relationship will be user. On the right source, what I will be taking is I will be taking the open user and user role. Okay, and the right key will be nothing but what is that? That is the ID, right? Owner ID. So I think it has to be not user role ID, it has to be ID. So that is the ID of the user. Okay, so maybe this part I can check, and maybe rest of the things I can just check it out. Let's say I write the user role ID. Okay, I write the user role path. User role path. I think that is enough. User role dot roles. Okay, this much is enough for me. And just to ensure, what I will do is under this user role, I have the ID. Okay, and I have taken that owner ID. Okay, that is fine. And finally, I can just register this one. Okay, I can just write uh, opportunity, something like opportunity security predicate. Okay, you can just write something like opportunity security predicate. I have the and yeah, yeah, that is all about this one. Let me just auto arrange this. Yeah, this is all about this one. And what I will do is, for now, maybe I will also exclude this user ID. We'll click on update. Okay, and let me click on run data flow. Yeah, let's very quickly monitor this one as well. Not an issue. Now, as you can see, this ran successfully, and after that is the same procedure. Okay, so even if I don't write that completely, I'm quite sure you will be able to write it. So basically, after that, you open that same data set, okay, which is this one. Okay, let me search with opportunity maybe. Or let me refresh this, that is also fine. Now, once you open this one, okay, basically here again, you can just bring in the requisite opportunities which you want to see, the requisite fields under the values table. So let's say I have the opportunity ID name. Okay, let me deselect everything as of now. Okay, so I will bring the opportunity ID name. Okay, I will bring the owner ID, and I will bring the user role username as well as user role dot roles. Okay, I will click on apply. Very quickly, I can arrange this one. So I have the opportunity ID name, I have the owner ID, I have the user dot name, that is the owner name, and basically the roles which they belong to. Now, of course, I can save it. I can again write something like opportunity security predicate lens, something like that. Okay, I can save it in my security predicate app. Okay, I can click on save. And what I can do is this one as well. I can just move it in my security predicate app. And now I can give the appropriate security predicate, right? So basically, like here, what will happen is that opportunity lens, which I've already saved, I can just take the help of it and give the appropriate security predicate. So what it will be in this case, again, I just have to ensure that I give the proper name. So it will be like user.userrole.roles, user.userrole.roles equal to that one. Okay. So it will be something like, again, the same thing. So it's like user dot user role dot roles. Okay, double equal to, again here I will write user dot user role ID. Okay, so let me just copy this whole thing, and I hope you understood. So whatever is the field name, you just have to put the appropriate field name, and after that, if you give user dot user role dot roles equal to user dot user role ID, because the user role ID, because this is ultimately saving you the roles, all the roles ID are again getting appended. In that case, what happens now, if I log in, okay, to this particular opportunity list, I will be able to see all the records because it's me. I'll be able to see all the records anymore. But if Laura Gaza logs in, she will be able to see all the opportunity which is belonging to her subordinates. Okay, that's something. Of course, you can test this out. It's a simple one. And yeah, that is all about this video where I've explained you how certain account or opportunity records can be seen by applying this security predicate for role hierarchy. Yeah, thank you.